Juliette Powell, June 22, 1970 to June 3, 2025, was a pioneering American-Canadian media personality, tech ethicist, author, and speaker whose vibrant career spanned television, technology, and social advocacy. Known for breaking barriers as the first Black Miss Canada in 1989, Powell transitioned from a celebrated VJ at MuchMusic and MusiquePlus to a globally respected thought leader on artificial intelligence, AI, ethics. Her sudden passing at age 54 due to bacterial meningitis left a void in the worlds of media, technology, and activism. This biography explores her cause of death, personal details, net worth, lifestyle, and the profound legacy she left behind, offering a comprehensive look at a woman who reshaped cultural and technological landscapes. Juliette Powell was born on June 22, 1970, in New York City, New York, USA. Her real name was Juliette Powell, and she held dual American-Canadian citizenship, having moved to Montreal, Quebec, at a young age. Her multicultural upbringing in vibrant cities like New York and Montreal shaped her dynamic perspective, blending American boldness with Canadian inclusivity. While specific details about her family background are limited, Powell's early life was marked by a passion for performance and communication. She demonstrated an aptitude for connecting with diverse audiences, a skill that would define her career. Powell's education was as diverse as her upbringing. She studied at McGill University in Montreal while working as a VJ at MusiquePlus, 1992 to 1996, balancing academics with her burgeoning media career. She later pursued economics at the University of Toronto, showcasing her intellectual versatility. Her multilingual abilities, fluency in English and French, allowed her to engage audiences across cultural divides, a trait that later amplified her global influence as a speaker and consultant. Juliette Powell's career began with a historic milestone. In 1989, at age 19, she was crowned Miss Canada, becoming the first Black woman to win the title. She represented the Laurentians region of Quebec, using the platform to challenge racial biases in the pageant industry. This achievement catapulted her into the public eye, leading to her role as a VJ at MusiquePlus, Quebec's equivalent of MTV. From 1992 to 1996, she hosted shows while studying at McGill, captivating audiences with her charisma and authenticity. Powell's move to Toronto saw her join MuchMusic, Canada's premier music television channel, where she hosted iconic programs like Electric Circus and French Kiss. Her vibrant on-screen presence made her a household name, and her ability to connect with viewers laid the groundwork for her later ventures. In 1999, she transitioned to CP24, Cable Pulse 24, as a business reporter, further honing her skills in journalism. That same year, she founded Powell International Entertainment Inc., PI Inc., a production company that created content featuring luminaries like Nelson Mandela, Richard Branson, Steven Spielberg, and Janet Jackson. This entrepreneurial leap showcased her ambition and ability to bridge entertainment and global influence. In the early 2000s, Powell pivoted toward technology and social impact, a move that defined the second half of her career. In 2001, she co-authored the media section of the UN Plan of Action at the World Conference Against Racism, establishing herself as a global advisor on media ethics. Her first major book, 33 Million People in the Room, 2009, explored the business potential of social media and was translated into multiple languages, cementing her as a forward thinker in digital innovation. The book's success highlighted her ability to distill complex technological trends for a broad audience. Powell founded Kleiner Powell International, KPI, a consultancy focused on responsible AI, social networking, and media ethics. Her work with KPI positioned her as a trusted advisor to organizations navigating the ethical challenges of emerging technologies. She pioneered the We the Data research network with Intel Labs, fostering discussions on data privacy and digital literacy. Powell's thought leadership extended to global stages, including the UN, EG8 summits, and TEDx events, where she delivered keynotes on AI ethics, Algorithmic Bias, and Equity. Her second book, The AI Dilemma, co-authored, became a seminal work, addressing the societal implications of artificial intelligence and advocating for inclusive governance. As a media commentator, Powell was a regular voice on CNN, NBC, ABC, BBC, and BNN, contributing columns to Bloomberg on privacy, cybersecurity, and ethical tech. Her ability to present in both English and French made her a sought-after speaker, delivering over 9,000 live television shows and commentaries throughout her career. She also organized intellectual gatherings alongside Silicon Valley and Cirque du Soleil founders, fostering dialogue among innovators. Powell's work earned her recognition as a trailblazer, with her influence shaping policies at global summits and inspiring institutional shifts toward responsible AI. Juliette Powell passed away on June 3, 2025, at the age of 54, due to complications from acute bacterial meningitis. According to her obituary and posts on X, the sudden illness struck swiftly, leading to her untimely death. Bacterial meningitis, a rare but serious infection of the brain and spinal cord, can be fatal if not treated promptly. Despite medical intervention, Powell succumbed to the disease, leaving her community in shock. Her passing was announced by sources like Afro Toronto and MuchMusic, with tributes highlighting her vibrant spirit and contributions to media and technology. There were no reports of underlying health conditions contributing to her death, and the focus remained on her unexpected loss. At the time of her death, Juliette Powell was 54 years old, born on June 22, 1970. Information about her religion is not explicitly documented in available sources, but her advocacy for equity and inclusion suggests a worldview rooted in universal values of compassion and justice. Her multicultural background likely influenced a pluralistic perspective, though she did not publicly align with a specific faith. Powell's personal life was kept relatively private, with limited details about her relationships or family. She was not known to have been married or to have had children, focusing instead on her career and advocacy. Her residences were likely in New York City or Montreal, with frequent travel to tech hubs and speaking venues worldwide. Powell's multilingualism and dual citizenship allowed her to navigate diverse cultural landscapes, a trait reflected in her global influence. Her close connections with industry leaders and her role as a mentor to young professionals underscored her commitment to community and collaboration. Juliette Powell's net worth was estimated to be between $1 million and $3 million at the time of her death, accumulated through her multifaceted career in media, authorship, and consulting. Her income streams included earnings from her television career, book sales, 33 million people in the room and the AI Dilemma, speaking engagements, and her consultancy, Kleiner Powell International. While not among the wealthiest celebrities, her financial success supported a comfortable lifestyle reflective of her status as a global thought leader. Powell's lifestyle was one of intellectual affluence rather than ostentatious wealth. She likely maintained residences in New York City or Montreal, with frequent travel to cities like San Francisco, London, and Paris for conferences and summits. Her work required a balance of high-profile engagements and behind-the-scenes consulting, and she was known for her polished yet approachable demeanor. Powell's passion for digital literacy and equity was evident in her modest yet impactful lifestyle, prioritizing meaningful contributions over extravagance. Her involvement in organizing intellectual gatherings with tech and cultural pioneers highlighted her commitment to fostering innovation and dialogue. Juliette Powell's career was defined by groundbreaking achievements. As the first Black Miss Canada, she shattered racial barriers in 1989, paving the way for greater diversity in media and entertainment. Her work as a VJ at MusiquePlus and MuchMusic made her a cultural icon in Canada, with shows like Electric Circus shaping the 1990s music scene. Her transition to tech ethics established her as a global authority, with 33 million people in the room and the AI dilemma influencing business leaders and policymakers. Powell's advocacy for responsible AI, digital literacy, and equity left a lasting impact. Her We the Data initiative with Intel Labs advanced research on data privacy, while her keynotes at global summits shaped policies on algorithmic bias and inclusive governance. She was a dedicated philanthropist, embedding her charitable work in her advisory roles and educational efforts. Powell's influence extended to mentoring young professionals, particularly women and people of color, in tech and media. Following her death, tributes flooded social media, with ex-posts describing her as a trailblazer and voice of wisdom. MuchMusic mourned her as an important figure in Canadian media, while Afro-Toronto hailed her as a figure who changed lives through her brilliance and courage. Her books and speeches continue to inspire, and her consultancy's work on AI ethics remains a cornerstone for future innovation. Juliette Powell's life was a testament to breaking barriers and building bridges. From her historic win as the first Black Miss Canada to her influential work as a tech ethicist, she redefined what it means to be a multifaceted leader. Her sudden death on June 3, 2025, at age 54 from bacterial meningitis was a profound loss, but her legacy endures through her books, policies, and the countless lives she touched. Powell's journey, from New York to Montreal, from television to global summits, reflects a commitment to innovation, equity, and impact. As we remember her, we celebrate a woman whose brilliance, courage, and compassion continue to shape a more inclusive and ethical world.